I'm coming from the work abode. See vanilla wafers and the oatmeal? Yes, I'm at work. Well, anyway, I just want to get on here and say that for the past week, I had an exciting and fun and very, very extremely sad week all at the same time. Starting from the last week of September, um, me and my husband were celebrating our 13th wedding anniversary. And then when we came back, we found out that his niece, hey, hey, all for, I think it's to say Lalic, Lic. Hey, how you doing? Um, my husband's 30, well, 29-year-old niece, she'll be 30 next month, had cancer, brain cancer for 6 years. And she passed away last Tuesday because the facility she was in dropped her on her head. And they didn't tell anybody. They didn't take her to the doctors or anything. So since they had dropped her and nobody knew, nobody in the family knew that they dropped her, they noticed that when they would go visit her that she was starting to go downhill more and more. So she had a regular doctor's appointment at the hospital, and they normally do MRIs when she goes to the doctors, and they discovered that she had bleeding on the brain and there was a fracture. So the hospital knew that they weren't responsible for it. So they started doing a little digging around, and it came to a conclusion that she had to been dropped at the facility, that the nursing home that she was at. So anyway, she has two children, a girl and a boy, aged 13 and 8. For the last 2 years, she's been in a facility. And then she died the next day after she was at the hospital. Then her daughter's grandfather just died this past Sunday. Her dad was killed last year, so now my great niece doesn't have her mother, her father, or her grandfather, which is very sad. Like I said, coming off of a high of being on my 13th wedding anniversary for a little rest and relaxation with my husband, to coming home to that. Well, after all that, and we're still, we haven't had the funeral yet. The funeral is going to be next week because they wanted to do an autopsy. So that's why we're having the funeral so late. But Friday passed, my good cousin, my best cousin, my sister cousin, we had a girls' night, and that was wonderful because then it turned into a full blown bachelorette party for one of her friends. So that was a good night. And then the next day, my other first cousin, which is my sister cousin's sister, younger sister, got married. And then we had a cousin's day later on Saturday. And then Sunday was dreary again because then we were together as a family on my husband's side to do the obituary for my niece. And that's when we discovered that her daughter's grandfather died. And she had just saw her grandfather the night before, and he didn't wake up the next day. He had an aneurysm. He was young. He was about 52. So that's very, very young. But anyhow, I just wanted to come on here to say that I'm going through a lot of emotional things right now, because when I think of death, it always takes me back to my mother. And it goes to a point where I'm getting more anxious and more anxious to talk to my grandmother about some of the things that happened to my mother. My mother died 22 years ago. She was 43 years old. Mental illness, um, post traumatic stress, and because of her father. Now, I'm not going to get into too much detail, but if you look at some of my other videos, I do have some detail about what happened to my mom. I'm going to be in the process of writing a book about family secrets. But before I do that, me and my younger sister needs to sit down and talk with my grandmother about some questions that I have, because I'm ready to heal, because for the last 22 years, I haven't healed. So, my reason for having this platform on YouTube is to, talk about things that happened in my life, and also to probably jump into a couple of people's asses when they want to step out of line. And I want to get to that, because yesterday I was following my good friend Josh, a superstar, Josh Carter, on his live, and I'm a moderator, as I said before on one of my videos. And my job is to block, or not so much block, but retract some of the negative comments that some of you asshole motherfuckers like to put on people's pages, like, for real. Like, and then the people that do the most is the ones that don't have a picture of their self. It's either a cartoon, or it's their initial or their first name, or whatever their name is on YouTube. And I noticed that with even Facebook people too, the ones that like to run their fucking mouth and talk shit and think nobody ain't gonna say nothing or check their ass, they never have a picture of themselves. Look, you gonna always see this face, and I'm gonna say fuck you and your mother too. Just like my name of my channel is Nobody Safe with Sasha. Nobody's safe. I don't care how old you are or young. I cuss everybody out. So anyway, they had a lot to say, and I know it doesn't bother Josh, and even if it does bother Josh, he doesn't show it. But I just don't understand how, if you got so much negative shit to say, why are you up on somebody's page comment? You a fan, bitch. You a motherfucking fan. Every time you on there, you got something negative to say. And I think the person name was B Black Beauty or something like that. I don't know if it was a man or a fucking woman, because the bitch didn't have a picture up there. It had just a letter B. So she wanted to try to crack Slick, and he or she, it, was trying to crack Slick and calling Josh out his name and being disrespectful. And so I was nice to say, watch your mouth. And then he or she or it wanted to come back and crack Slick. And I said, fuck you and your mother too. Eat a bag of dicks, bitch. Yeah, I got a nasty ass mouth, and I don't care. I will fucking talk about your ancestors. Your ancestors will come back and tell you to shut the fuck up. So if you want to get on people's page, it's okay to engage and stuff, but just don't come on there just being nasty, calling people gay, faggy, all this shit, talking about their parents or whatever. And I mean, Josh know how to handle people, but I'm like, I'm really, really getting sick and tired of some of these motherfuckers that be on there. I be so busy trying to engage and listen to what Josh saying, and speak to some of the people that are in the live chat that followed me, and I followed them, which I want to thank everyone that have followed me. And if I haven't been able to tell you, thank you so much. And send your friends over. And the ratchet ones, I like the ratchet ones, because the ratchet ones, they like to start shit, and but don't come at me on my page incorrect, because I'll straighten your ass out. But if you like ratchet, like I like ratchet, and I stay on ready and stay on petty every day, all day, send them over, tell them come look at some of my videos and stuff. But anyway, I just don't like or understand how you on somebody's page, you're a fucking fan if you on there, but you on there talking negative shit. So anyway, But like I said, my past week has, like I said, it's been exciting. It's been sad at the same time. Like I said, all this death and everything brings back memories of my mom. Um, I can say back in the day when things were happening to my mom, she could have been a part of the um, Me Too movement or what have you. I don't, any woman that has been abused in any sort of way, which myself, I have been abused when I was younger with my kid's father. We started dating at like 17 and we stayed together, I guess, like 10 years or so. He did stab me. He went to jail. But the crazy thing about it, he went to jail. When he got out of jail, he took a turn for, like, got saved, and thought he changed himself. And I did get back with him, and to find out that nothing has changed. But he's abused me physically and sort of mentally. He abused my kids mentally. My son, who is 27 years old, who I just recently had to put out my house, he's going through some issues. He was in prison. My son was in prison for like 4.5 years, from 6 days after his 18th birthday until he was 24 years old, 23, 24 years old. And I raised his son for him during that time, because his son had just turned one at the time, and when he came home, his son was going on 6 years old. But he just got some issues, and a lot of it probably stemmed from their dad, how he treated him, and did things that he did to him, and he just angry all the time. And so I had to put him out my house. And since he's been home from prison, he has been doing good. He does have a job. He doesn't hang in the street. But mother made you, mother had you, motherfuck you. I can't deal with it. Anybody that came out of this pussy ain't gonna talk to me like I'm a bitch on the street. So he had to go. And then plus I got tired of arguing with him about fucking mail. I'm at work 10, 12 hours a fucking day. I'm not even home when the mail comes. Why call me at work asking me about some fucking mail? But anyhow, I had to set him free so he can be the best he can be. Fly, little birdie. And that goes for anybody else, any of my children. I do have adult children, and then I have a 3-year-old. Yes, I waited 21 years later and had another baby, and my grandchildren are older than the baby. But anyway, I can still drop it like it's hot, pop my pussy, whatever you want to call it. But I just don't have time for nonsense. I really don't. Me and my husband been together for 20 years on the 26th of last month, but we were married for 13 years on the 26th of last month. His son's mother, his youngest son, he has 2 sons, and then me and him have a baby girl together. And his baby son just turned 21 this year. His mom is getting married the end of this month. We are invited. I can't wait to go. I'm glad she got a man finally. I really didn't have too many problems out of her over the years of me and my husband being together, because when we got together, their son was 1 year old. But since I had the baby, and a lot of people thought because we had been together for so long and didn't have a child, that either I couldn't have children, or we just didn't want children. It wasn't that, because this baby that I just had 3 years ago was not planned. But I can say that she kept our marriage together. Therefore, I was happy when his son's mother was found and got engaged and said she was getting married. And I'm honored to go to her wedding, because I want to see her smiling for a change. Because once I had the baby, or got pregnant with the baby, every time she came to a family function or something like that, she just got so sad when I came around, or once the baby was born, she got so sad and quiet. And I wasn't the only one that noticed it. A lot of people noticed it, like, what's wrong with her? But that's neither here nor there. I'm just happy for her. Congratulations. I'm not going to mention your name, but congratulations to you and your future husband, and I hope y'all have many more. Um, what else? Basically, I'm here. Like I said, I'm a private caregiver. I'm here every day, Monday through Friday, and some weekends, depending if um, they need my assistance. I'm always mainly available for them. They have been like family to me. I've been with them for 7 years, and I don't plan on going anywhere. So I'm self-employed. When I had the baby, I brought the baby here with me every day. I didn't have to worry about a daycare provider or somebody harming my child, so I wouldn't have to fuck them up and go to jail. Because I just got off of probation, actually. Um, was it last year? Yeah, last September. I just got off of probation. So right about now, like I said, I'm sitting on petty. I'm ready. When I was on probation, of course, I was trying to keep my cool for the most part, and a lot of people was fucking with me. But I don't mind having to slap up a few motherfuckers or whatever, because then I ain't got to worry about violating my probation. So anyway, I mainly wanted to, like I said, wanted to get on here just to tell y'all about my week and how I've been feeling, because like I said, when it comes to death, no matter how a person dies, it just brings back strong memories of my mom. And it, like I said, gets me more anxious and to wants to hurry up and speak with my grandma. My grandmother is 80, if I'm not mistaken, she's 82, 83, or just turned 83. She's fairly young, and she still drives, and she still goes out and everything. So she's not decrepit enough, and she understands what's going on. She go to church every Sunday, and she's ordained deaconess, and so I want to talk to her before it gets to a point where she can't talk back or explain, or comprehend what I need to say to her. So I'm going to talk to her. I'm also going to talk to an uncle of mine that who also had done a lot of detrimental things to some family members. I'm going to have some one-on-ones with a few of my first cousins that also went through some things with the family. All of us need healing. And we just had a cousins day, and not too many cousins showed up, which to me I was sad, because we need to stick together. And one of my younger first cousins was she was having a function, so that's why she couldn't come, because she's getting married. So congratulations, Tyrese, on your upcoming nuptials. But she had posted something in reference to not coming to family functions, being that cousin that don't come to family functions anymore because there's so much dysfunction stuff. Hi, Demetrius, how are you, sweetie? Thank you for your prayers and wishes, best wishes for me. Thank you so much. So my cousin was saying that when she tried to be open with a family member, that person embarrassed her in front of the whole family. So I'm gonna sit down and talk with her, because we need healing. We need healing, and I just don't want to go on with my life just feeling bad, feeling that I didn't get the answers that I feel as though I need to move on. Now I've moved on. I love my mother. I miss my mother, but I still have some answers that I need answered, and questions. I'm sorry, questions that I need answered, and I think I can get the rest that I need from my grandmother. She's my only living parent left, and like I said, I want to talk to her before she gets too old or loses her memory or anything like that. Like I said, she's good. I just saw her this past weekend at my cousin's wedding. So, we talk and everything, but it's just not the right time. And I just feel like I need to talk to her because I don't want to be at a family function and somebody say something and it triggers something and I'm just going to cuss everybody out and it's just going to be a disaster. But I'm thinking about maybe talking to her on my mother's birthday, which is in January. Um, Me and my younger sister, for the last 3, 4 years, we celebrate our mom's birthday. We get a cake, we go out and have something to eat, we drink, and we just talk and we reminisce. And we just be there for each other. My little sister has a very hard time when that day comes, when my mom's birthday comes, because my mom passed away a day before my little sister's 15th birthday. So I was 24 at the time. She was just turning 15. She was still in school. And my mom didn't get to see her graduate and finish school or get married. She doesn't have any biological children, but she does have a son that her husband has that she raises. So my mom missed out on a lot of things in my younger sister's life. My younger sister then became like my child. My dad was still in the picture when my mom died. My parents was married when my mom died. And my dad died 4 years after my mom with throat cancer. But my sister literally became my child. I had to take on the responsibility of her schooling and stuff like that. She got disability. Well, she got SSI for my mother passing, and then my father. Like I said, my father was still there in our life, so he took care of her as well. But yeah, so I think my little sister needs the healing more than I do, but I know I do need some. But because some things happened to her by the other family member, the uncle that I need to speak with, and I need to expose his ass, and I need to let his ass know about the things he did to affect my sister's life before his ass get decrepit. So I just want everybody to know how I feel and how I have been feeling over the years before they fucking get decrepit and get fucking selective amnesia. Same goes for my grandmother. I'm not going to disrespect my grandmother. I love my grandmother, but I just need to know some shit, and I don't need you to get selective amnesia. So, um, but other than that, I'm just it's like the sun is coming back out. It was a little cloudy. It said it's supposed to have been 56% chance of rain, but it's 81 degrees in October. But then next week is going to be in the 60s. But I'm not complaining because I really like the fall weather. So really 75, anything below 80 is good for me. I still have my air conditioner at home running because I don't like to sweat. So I got the fan, the air conditioner, got a little personal fan right there by the bed too. So I'm not gonna complain about this little few sunny little 80. I can take up to 85, degrees. As long as the humidity, I think it's the humidity that bothers me. But as long as we got a little breeze, I'm okay. But next year is supposed to be in the 60s or what have you. And it would be dreary. It seems like whenever it's a funeral, why does it seem like it rain every time there's a funeral? But anyhow, so the funeral, like I said, is the viewing is Tuesday. The funeral is Wednesday. My husband decided he's not going to do the viewing because he said he don't think he can do both, and he just rather wait for the funeral, see it at the wake, and then and that be it. So we're not going to go to the viewing. We're gonna go to the funeral on Wednesday, um, and we're gonna lay Terrell to rest. Terrell Lynette Williams. We love you so much. Don't worry, we taking care of your girl and your boy. We got them. We got them covered. But it's just so sad that to the facility's demise that you had to go sooner than you were supposed to go, because I mean we knew that she was going to die, but we didn't know she was going to die through somebody else's demise of dropping her and mishandling her. So the family seems to be, my sister-in-law seems to be handling it well. um I just feel really, really bad for the children so young that don't have their mom, and the fact that my niece was only 29 years old. Um, So I will be hitting y'all back probably tomorrow, if not tomorrow, by the weekend. But thanks for whoever's watching and who was watching the whole time and whoever commented. Thank you so much. Please push like, share the video if you want to, and get your friends to subscribe to Nobody Safe with Sasha. Talk to you later. Bye.